I listen intently as Mr. JT begins to speak. We begin our story in the blazing heat of rural northern Mexico. A baby with wide brown eyes and a few strands of straggly black hair is born into a large family of honest, hard-working farmhands. They toil away in cabbage fields in back-breaking conditions for the majority of one exhausting, flaming hot day. Calluses, bloody hands, and hunched, bent backs are the norm for everyone living in the small community. Life is difficult. Every bite on the table is earned through labor, effort, and self-sustaining agriculture. Yet somehow the central pot of guisado always serves the 11 at the dinner table. As Mr. JT pauses and sips his coffee briefly, I glance over at Marco, who seems to have suddenly perked up and straightened his posture. A look of pained understanding involuntarily overcomes his face. A long time ago, before the importance of social status, Marco opened up about his dreams to someday become a world-famous movie star. But he isn't interested in fame or lucrative spending. All he wants is for his overworked, factory-dwelling parents to finally have the money to live comfortably and live a life for themselves that isn't ridden with stress, anxiety, or exhaustion. All he wants is to see his heroes rewarded for everything they do. Mr. JT continues. The baby grows up in a working culture and quickly becomes a boy. By the age of 12, he has already more agricultural experience than most people do in their lives. Yet the boy feels something is missing. He craves something else. An education. He longs to go to school, to learn to read more than just basic Spanish, to learn to write those long, complex novels talked about on the radio, rather than only the crop count. His mother knows this too. She knows that the innocent boy would never live the life he deserved if he stayed in those rural crop fields, blessed as they were to miraculously never go hungry. Nights, weeks, months of more post-harvest work and debating go by. The boy's mother and her sisters argue that something must change for him to bring hope and a better life to his family's village. Meanwhile, the boy's father and grandparents refuse to let a valuable set of working hands go. Ultimately, the family concludes the decision should not be made by them. It should be made by God. So, after much prayer, listening, and speaking to the higher power, a vision comes to the boy's family one fateful night. During their evening prayers in front of a shrine to the Virgen de Guadalupe, it is divinely decided that the boy must pursue the most important decision of his life. He will go to la tierra de la oportunidad, the land of opportunity.